What is up, everybody? Welcome to Love and Reload, the voice of the relocation industry. I am your host, Ben Cross, and I'm so blessed and honored to be here with my friend, my colleague, the video production manager here at Glomo, Adam Sotelo. Adam, what's going on today?
Man, doing very well. How are you, my man?
Dude, it's so good to have you here. I'm so excited about this show because video is something I am so passionate about. I want to talk about how everybody out there can be using video to help their brands. I mean, not only obviously personal brands, but also your company's brand, to tell your story, to connect with your clients. I want to talk about all the strategies out there. So if you have questions about how can your company be leveraging video to tell your story, what are some tips and tricks that we have that you want to know, please get in the comments. Let us know who you are, where you are. Check in with us right now. Adam, I'm going to be talking a little bit about your story here and how in the heck you actually ended up over here at Glomo with us, because I think it's pretty cool. We're going to talk about kind of what we're doing with a full-time video production manager. What does Adam actually do here? Because it's pretty cool. I can't wait for you to share that stuff. And we're actually going to give people a sneak peek of some of the projects that we've worked on as well. You've done some really cool stuff since you've been here. What do you think is the thing that you're most proud of that you've done so far?
Well, I think it's multifaceted because I'm definitely very proud of what I've been able to collaborate with you on regarding this podcast. Upscale it, the production factor, really give a look, style, feel to what people will come to know as the Love and Reload brand. So I'm very proud of that. Definitely the internal marketing and internal video stuff. I'm psyched about the campaigns we have.
Amazing stuff. Danny posted one of the videos yesterday, and we're going to give you guys a peek of it here in a little behind the scenes, kind of what we were thinking as we did it and how we framed it and everything. But that thing is really impactful. That really touches people on an emotional level.
Yeah, and I think that's a big thing of why I'm proud of that too, because of the emotional factor. And then obviously the IAM video that we just knocked out. So it's like podcast, internal and external, all kind of the trifecta of what I'd be proud of right now.
Yeah, I can't. This assignment probably stretches you a lot, right?
A little bit,
right? I mean, which is kind of our thing. We like to stretch people. Get in the comments, hit that like button. I want to know who you are, where you are. I want to ask everybody who's checking in right now, what is one question you have about using video to either tell a story or build a brand? I want to know what your question is. I want to add as much value to each one of you out there who's watching this today. Yes, we could talk about Adam, and we will. We can talk about what I was thinking with Glomo and doing a video production company. But I really want to make this as much about you, the audience, as possible. So if we can leave you with something today that's going to change the way you do your brand building and your storytelling, I want to know about it. We got LinkedIn. People are just checking in over here. This is fantastic. Scott Chapman, whoop, whoop. Adam Sotelo.
My man, Scott.
Looking good, gentlemen. Thank you, Scott. Lie to me, Scott. I love it. Mini Moves. Hey there, everyone. What's up? Mini Moves in the house. Chicago's in the house. Tyler checking in. What's up, fellas? Checking in from Glomo HQ. This is great. Paul Seymour, excited about this one. Paul, you know what it is. You know the power of brand building. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are and questions are. And then we got Jana checking in. Hey, gents, happy to see this show happening. We brainstormed so much about this position. Yes. And Adam Sotelo is perfect fit in every way. Proud of you and happy to team up with you. Jana, I want to know, Jana's our director of operations. Most people know Jana out there in Brazil. But Jana, I want to know why you think this is such a strategically important position. John Colditz here from Philadelphia.
Nice.
John, what's up? You're doing some cool things out there, John, you and Micah. So let us know what questions you have. Heather Jameson, hello from Michigan. Love this topic. Heather, why? Why do you love this topic? I want to know, how do you plan to use video to build your brand? Christina, love what you've built from a personal brand to Love and Reload and to Glomo. Thank you, Christina. That means the world to me. You do an amazing job as well on LinkedIn. I'd love to know what your plans are to incorporate video into your brand building. Adam, I want to just real quick give people a background on you before we hop into kind of the tactics and the strategies here. I want to just kind of connect with you personally.
Totally.
Tell people a little bit about, like, just brief history of you and how you even ended up here at Glomo. Tell people about that.
Gosh, well, I picked up a camera once when I was 12, and then history's from there.
Yeah, right.
But I would say it's been a journey. people don't know that I have a degree in biology,
Yeah.
and that was definitely a journey of its own there. That was, 10 years ago. Since then, I've, transitioned over to marketing, sales, content, been able to really have a great stepping stone of mentors, coaches, entrepreneurs that have really helped me, you as well, to really kind of bring me on and trust me for this. So before this, I was at Globe Life Insurance on their video marketing team.
Big time insurance company. If you haven't heard of them, they're also the sponsor of the Texas Rangers ballpark that just got built out here.
Yeah.
So really, really massive company.
Shout out to that team. I mean, they're a great bunch of people.
How big is the video production staff over there?
Man, I think they have 4 or 5 editors and a videographer alone, let alone an entire social media team, which is another 8, 9 people.
Wow.
So the entire marketing team is probably 15, 16 people.
Right. Just doing video and social media. Wow.
Yeah. So
Incredible.
it's a wonderful experience that I had there. And then also before that, I was at Limitless Male Medical in Omaha because my degree in biology has really allowed me to work in medical fields easier. But I ran their entire production, similar to here. But I would say this is definitely more startup in the sense of like creative freedom and, trailblazing a lot, which I'm excited about. And then before then, I was just freelancing. I decided to walk away from a full-time position in 2017 and kind of cut my teeth in the freelance world for a while. So,
and you still do a lot of freelancing, which I think keeps you sharp, and that's something honestly that, you have a lot of clients and stuff that you work with, outside of Glomo and outside of our industry, which I think keeps you sharp and stretches you as well. And I mean, it's something frankly that, I'm totally cool with. And I like to encourage because I think, we have a very entrepreneurial mindset here at Glomo. And I think that's kind of one of the things that's made us a part of the fabric in our culture of what we do here. So, so you might catch Adam flying to Colorado or, we were just in Toronto a few weeks ago, shooting some shots for IAM. We actually have a sneak peek of the IAM video that if you stay tuned later, we're going to show you guys a sneak peek. It hasn't actually dropped publicly, so don't tell IAM yet if they're watching. But we're going to give you guys just a little taste of it to promote the conference coming up in Toronto. It's going to be pretty sweet. We got people checking in here. Bonnie Hoppo here checking in from Seattle. Looking forward to hearing some more ideas on this. Yeah, Bonnie, what questions do you have? Please let me know. We want to answer all your questions. I know people are like, I don't even want to tell you what I'm thinking about. It's like, it's super vulnerable.
Yeah. 100%.
Right. Like, isn't it weird getting on camera a little bit? You're used to being on the other side of the camera. How does it feel being on this side?
I was telling you, it's weird, but I'm doing it.
Yeah. Weird, but doing it is our whole thing at this company. Like at Glomo, like today, that's one of the slogans that we're trying out over here is weird, but doing it. So let us know what's weird, but you're thinking about doing out there. Bonnie, Danny checking in here. Wish I'd be Glomo Studio watching you guys live. Yes, Danny, love to have you out. Hit that like button. Send a little love out here to us in Texas.
Yep.
John is saying we're about people. We needed someone who cares, listens, and is open to receiving feedback a lot on their art. Is that hard? I mean, we call ourselves a kind of a feedback culture. Yeah. Is it hard to receive feedback when you're producing videos and you're being a creative artist? Is that hard? I imagine it is.
At times. But I would say the more trust is built, the easier it is. Because I know at the end of the day, we are working together for the betterment of the company, betterment of our culture. And that's all I want to accomplish. So I know if that's the place where the feedback is coming from, then I'm totally open to it.
And I got to tell you, I think that's like, I've been so impressed with that because I know as an artist and as a creative person, how sensitive I am around my art. And when people give me a note on something, I'm like, go jump off a bridge or something, right? Like I get real sensitive real quick, But yeah, it's about trust, I think, and knowing that the other person has your best interest in mind. And I think it's how we have to be with our clients because they have a vision,
right?
And they want us to execute on it, and we have to make them feel comfortable even bringing that feedback up. Because the worst thing is to deliver a product that they're not 1,000% thrilled with, and then we don't get the next job and the next job,
Yep.
So I think that's a hard thing that you've done a really nice job with.
Thank you. I appreciate the words, Jonna. She's one of my favorite people, man. I love her.
Yeah, Jonna's awesome. Amazing. We've got some questions coming in here, and yes, this is great. Christine, we'll just take these in the order that they come up. Is that cool?
Yeah.
All right, cool. If you have questions about video strategy, tactics, should I do it? Shouldn't I do it? How should I do it? Why should I do it? Put it in there. We're going to answer all that. Christina says, I'm planning on getting my face and voice out there more this year, starting with some speaking engagements. Super cool. Video production for our great Women of Global Mobility group. Applause to y'all.
That's awesome.
Big ups.
Awesome stuff.
and much more. Yes. You know, we're just gonna riff on that real quick. So Christina's thinking about getting her face out there and doing more stuff. What's a tip you might give to somebody out there when they're thinking about getting themselves out there a little bit more using video?
I would say a quick tactical tip for that is find at least 3 things that you enjoy talking about and that you're passionate about. I would say I kind of correlate this to if I work with like a solo entrepreneur. I guess a realtor is kind of a good person that I correlate this to. Yes, we're going to talk about real estate, but it's like, do you have a hobby and a passion that people can connect you as a human being to first?
Ooh, so not just the real estate, but like something else, like personal.
Yep. And then do you have a cause that you love to support and really engage in so that people can really connect the dots to you're a good human being, you have a story to tell. And when it comes to buying your product or service, I want to support somebody that I really connect with.
So I love that. So I never thought about that. So it's like 3 things. It's like a professional interest, a personal interest, and then like an emotional interest, like a cause.
100%.
Right. So if I have a professional interest, a cause, and a hobby, putting those 3 things together and making that kind of the threads of your.
Exactly.
Oh, wow.
And now people just gain value in multiple areas by following you or by promoting you because they are also emotionally invested in when they promote you.
Yeah, and I think that's so great too, because the other thing that I'm getting from that is it's not about appealing to everybody and putting something that's watered down and generic out there to the whole world,
right,
so that nobody doesn't like it. It's about creating people who like creating fans of you and what you're doing because they identify with these 3 touch points or 2 out of the 3 touch points, you know?
Yeah.
That's really cool. Janet Turner did a great job of that with her tea, you know, thing.
Yes.
So people are doing that with yoga, like combining those interests. I think that's super cool. We got another comment here. Heather Jameson, Global LT as a company has started to incorporate videos into everything we are doing. You will see this on our new website. We hired a new VP of marketing and I'm learning so much. That is why I love this topic so much to learn. Are you doing this, Heather? Are you doing this a lot? Customer facing, client facing, from a like prospecting and things like that standpoint. Adam's over here playing with the graphic behind me.
Yeah, I know.
Scott says, how do you measure? Oh, this is a great Scott. See, Chappie always has these really hard questions.
Coming in with a hard question.
Chapman says, how do you measure the success from your videos? And how do you know how to tweak to get the desired results?
I know that comes down to a lot of analytics, and that is where I think a videographer or a content creator of some kind that can connect you with social media management or that analytics that gives you, let's say, technical return of knowing how many clicks or this and that is very helpful for sure. Now, obviously, I'm someone who creates the arrows. I let the what is it? The archer shoot them off for me.
Yeah.
So you need someone who is in the social media management side, analytics side, that really gives you the, hey, what are we trying to accomplish with this? And here's the ROI.
Right.
And that also does come down to the type of video and the type of campaign that you're trying to present so that you can get them to a landing page or to click a link so that they can go to your buying page or even subscribe to your e-newsletter. Like there's different ways you can measure that for sure.
Yeah. And I think it depends on the size of firm you are, right?
Yes.
So Chappie over here is at a very large firm, right? He's at Prime Lending and they're massive and they probably have a digital marketing, department and they might use an agency or they might do it all in-house, whatever. And so you would take the amazing video assets that Adam would create and then you would upload them to your website, you deploy them via social media, and then your digital marketing firm can come back with your KPIs and tell you how you did, how much engagement you got, right? Clicks, conversions, all the things he just said. Now, if you're a small shop or you're doing it yourself or you don't have a digital marketing firm, you can still go in and deploy it via LinkedIn, let's say, and upload that video natively if it's less than 5 minutes, I think. Or maybe it's 10 now. I got to check that.
Right.
And you can actually see, impressions, views, which are different than impressions, because a view I think is over 2 seconds or 3 seconds.
Gotcha.
And then it'll break down for you the city, cities that those people are in, the top 5 cities they're in, the top 5 companies that watched your video, and then the top 5, this is my favorite one, the top 5 like job titles or job functions, right? So if you sell like to HR people and you see that you had 5,000 impressions, you had 1,000 views, and you had 13% of those views were HR specialists, and you sell to HR. Now you have 130 prospects that watched your video.
Yep.
So how much would it be worth to you, Scott? I would turn this around now and say, how much would it be worth to you, Scott, to have 130 of your prospects watch a commercial, infomercial, branding piece on Prime Lending? Probably a lot.
Yeah.
Like, what's the value of a customer?
Exactly.
One customer is probably worth, depending on the quality of the customer, could be worth 10 grand, 50 grand, 100 grand to you. And what's your conversion rate on 130 watches? Probably at least a couple percent.
Yeah.
Right. So now you got 2 or 3 new customers. What is that worth to you?
Amen.
So, I mean, those are the kind of math. That's kind of math that we do kind of behind the scenes when we do stuff on social.
Definitely.
Really good question, Scott. What other questions do you have out there? We're going to talk about some stuff. We're also going to watch some of these videos. So hit that like button right now. Tag somebody. If somebody needs to be watching this right now, marketing department, maybe your boss is wondering, what's the ROI on video? That's my random
yeah. Maybe you've been trying to, convince your boss on finally saying yes to some video content. Let them know.
Yeah, we'll convince them for you. I built a whole business on this stuff. Trust me, I got you. Paul says, Adam, what is simple and affordable software that you can use to edit videos? I've used iVideo on my iPhone, but I want to do things more sophisticated. Paul, you're very sophisticated, and we appreciate you.
Yeah, hey, I appreciate the question. I would say it does depend on whether you are specifically doing social media stuff or if you want to do a little bit more long form content. Social media stuff, you have CapCut, VidPros. Those are pretty simple apps to download. Maybe they're like $30 a year.
Yeah.
And that
I use Splice on my iPhone.
There you go. Right. GoPro even has a little thing that if you want to, I think we used that at IAM last year, or a gentleman had that. He was cutting up videos left and right. Nothing crazy fancy, but it got the message across that he was at an event and really promoted it on the spot. Yeah. So it depends on the scale for sure. If you want to go more desktop, DaVinci Resolve is completely free.
DaVinci Resolve.
Yeah, it's definitely. I've been wanting to switch over at least part of my work over to there for a long time.
Okay.
And DaVinci Resolve specifically was a color grading platform first. So like every Hollywood movie had to go through, or most of them had to go through DaVinci Resolve. And now it's a full scale editing platform.
Tyler, will you Google that and put a link for people to DaVinci Resolve in there in case people are DaVinci Resolve, the video editing? We got Tyler behind the scenes here as our
different job functions
production
now.
manager. Yeah, that's how we are. Everybody chips in around here. Tyler said, I love this topic because it gives me more work to do. And I like Adam's videos. Just kidding. Let's go team. Hey, Tyler's money.
Look at that.
Dude,
my man.
Money,
on
dude.
point. That was quick.
Very nice. Very nice. All right. What is the point of making videos? You got somebody out there right now, Adam, and maybe I'm going to put my boss on. What's the point of all this shenanigans? Can't you just call a customer and close them over the phone like you used to, like the good old days? 3 martini lunches and just, hard closing people on the telephone. Why do we need to make videos nowadays?
The very foundational reason I would believe we need to make videos is it gives people a glimpse into who they're going to get to know. And that glimpse into who you're going to get to know it's almost like the first impression before the first impression. They get to know you before they get to know you. And so that video campaign, that video commercial, that, personal testimony of you building your own brand, getting on camera and really sharing your passions, your hobbies, or just your product in general, it gives people that comfort of knowing the type of people they're going to interact with. And video does that better in every way than any other platform. And I mean, obviously, if you want to go into stats, I mean, it's like 80 million eyeballs watch videos a day. So
yeah, I think my iPhone tells me I spend 10 hours a day looking at it, and I guarantee 9.5 of those hours are probably watching videos.
Yeah. Or I meant 80 million hours. My bad. Not just
Yeah,
80. It's more than 80 million eyeballs.
Crazy amounts. I wanna also give people a taste of some of the stuff you've done.
Cool.
We've dropped, we're gonna okay. So we were up in Toronto, God, like a month ago, probably.
Yeah.
Not even
February, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you turn this thing around pretty quick. We were up in Toronto for like 4 days with the International Association of Movers, and we filmed something up there. And I want to give y'all a taste for what it is, and I want your thoughts on it because this hasn't even dropped yet. This is the final cut, but it hasn't even dropped yet. So I hope I don't get in trouble by showing you guys this.
Sneak peek.
What are you gonna do? So let's see if we can bring this thing up a little bit here, and awesome sound.
Yep.
So how did you do this? Talk us through this.
So I know I was probably going to need some stock footage. That's me. I shot.
So you
that.
filmed this right here. You
Yep.
went to a skating rink and filmed this in Toronto.
Yeah. They have that little.
Hey, I'm here right
center
now
arena
with Chuck
area
White,
with
the
Toronto
president of
sign that's
IAM,
just,
International Association of Movers, at the site of the 2023 annual convention.
And we were
How you
right
doing,
here. I
Chuck?
was with Chuck in the convention
I'm
center
excited
right here.
already. It's only
And
what is
the
it,
International
February?
Auto
And I'm
Show.
already excited for this
Exactly.
thing.
It was
Yes,
cool.
and we have
Really seeing the size and
120+
scale of what they can hold with
square
cars,
feet
let alone what it's
of
going to look like when
exhibit
we have
space
IAM
behind us right now.
Yeah, and I'm over here playing
last
this
year
stuff.
in Atlanta.
And I think what
now
it does
we're
too is it
going
helps
up
people
to-
visualize, right?
Okay,
So they were
100%
trying to
back
sell.
down.
They're trying to
Six
sell
times that amount.
exhibit
Right.
space.
And so
Yep.
the
Right?
possibilities are
And
endless.
so now, as an exhibitor, you can visualize where you're going to be.
rules have changed
and see
a
the
bit
value
on
in it.
immigration
Exactly.
and visa
Another reason video
acquisition
is powerful.
into Canada. One of the things you have to
Okay.
do to be
Tyler,
able
tell me,
to
is the video too
obtain
low?
a visa is show that you are
Too loud,
registered
okay.
for
Cool,
the
cool.
We're
conference.
going to lower it.
To make
Perfect.
sure that
Thank you.
everyone around the world.
Yeah, so we're
that
showing
is,
people. I want to give, when we do
seeking
video,
a
one of the things
visa
that we
from
talk about all the
Canada
times,
have
I want to
that
give people FOMO.
registration as part of
Exactly.
their
we call it like the
package.
Glomo
We really
FOMO. I
think
want to
that
give people
this
that
will help
FOMO
in the
where they're
process,
I
visa
can't not
process,
be
and
at
making
this
sure
place.
all of them
I can't not go to this conference.
Yep. And that was the goal. The biggest goal for me was, yes, to create hype, to create FOMO while still being informative.
Yeah, informative is a good point because right here I'm interviewing Katya McKinnon,
Yep.
who runs
Shout out.
shout out to Katya, who runs the expo hall, and she's talking about all the different sponsorships.
Yeah.
And look, Carlos is like, that's my boy right here.
A longtime friend there. What's up, Carlos?
And actually, you know what I love here too? We put this QR code in here.
Yeah.
I think that's a really cool trick.
Simple way to be fancy.
Yeah, and now you have a call to action right there.
Exactly.
So when people are asking like, what's the ROI? How does this drive sales? Well, you have a QR code right there that you could take a picture of or click on or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, there was a Super Bowl commercial, not this year, but the year before. It was
Yes.
just a QR code for like 30
It
seconds.
was like a 30-second ad with just a QR code. People are like, yo, I got to know
Yeah, exactly.
what this is.
Tens
How
of
many of
millions
us hit
downloads.
that QR code?
I did it.
I hit it. Yeah, 100%. So this is really cool. I love this. And now we're showing people the hotels.
Yep.
And you went through here, this whole property.
Yeah, I really appreciated how Chuck, Brian, and all them got lined up where we went to every venue, we went to every hotel, and I manually got all the footage myself. We have some cool bloopers of you.
Uh-oh.
No, but we're good.
We're doing a blooper reel?
No.
When did that come out?
But it was really cool. Me being able to know exactly all the hotels we're going to, and then bam, being able to give people the honor of like, hey, which one looks better for me?
Yeah. So this one, we're walking into the Marriott City Center here, and this is really cool. And actually, there was a shot here, the Blue Jays Stadium and everything.
Yep.
So I think it just gets people excited, right? Because here we are sitting in March talking about a conference that's going on in October, and we're asking people to register early, right? Because there's immigration concerns and there's all sorts of things right there.
Exactly.
We're asking people to register early. We're asking people to, exhibit, be sponsors, whatever. And so I think that this really, I mean, this gives me that call to action that makes me want to invest more money.
Definitely, man.
I think you did a great job with this one right here.
I appreciate that. Took a
Yeah.
long time, a lot of work, but I'm excited for the result.
Yeah, very cool. So I want to ask you, when you do something like that, how long does it take to produce a video like that?
It's all dependent on the overall deliverable for sure, which you'll factor in how much B-roll did you shoot, how much talking head film do you have, How many different types of people did you interview? And so a bigger scale video like that could probably even take a week just to organize and just to get all the footage in place, get your timelines in place, find all your assets, find your music is just gonna be the death of me.
Music is hard.
You got to find the right song because it's all about music and the way you want people to feel.
Yes.
And that's a powerful mechanism and to do that. So it could take about a week to organize a video like that, let alone probably another week of focused effort. Like, I'm not saying it'll take a week from the time that I shoot it, but it's a week of focused effort and focused work.
Where it's like kind of like a full-time job that week is editing that video and doing the sound design and all sorts of stuff like that. So Scott Chapman says, video looks great, very professional. I definitely need to see the blooper reel though. I didn't know about this blooper reel, and now I feel like there's a blackmail element to this thing going on. I'm not sure what I said between takes, as I was like tired, and I don't know if I was jet lagged or what.
There was one moment, remember, where I was in the elevator and I stepped out.
Yes,
and you stayed in the elevator, and I still had you recording.
So I was wearing a mic.
Yeah.
And I get on the elevator. I'm like, yo, I'm going to let the elevator doors close. And then I'm going to open them and I'm going to pop out like, hey, guys, we're here at the Fairmont Hotel in Toronto. And then the elevator doors close. And then the elevator just goes down to the first floor. And I didn't have the key card to scan it to get back up to the 21st floor or whatever. So now I got to I'm cussing and I got to walk over to the front desk and I got to talk her in to let my sketchy butt get back on this elevator, go up to the 21st floor. And the whole time he's running the audio now and he's got the video. I'm like, oh, and I get up there and I'm like, and he taped it.
Yeah. Oh, and keep in mind, I went down to go find you, but you had already gone up to go back. And we were on the wrong floors. It was hilarious.
Absolutely insane. Bonnie saying, come on, Adam, give it up. Let's see it. Thanks, people. And now you know who your friends are when there's video floating around out there on the internet. This is great. Greg Donovan saying, Ben and Adam, what a dynamic duo. Y'all are dangerously good at what you do together. Sky equals the limit.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wow, Greg. Thank you, Greg. That's really touching, man. I appreciate that so much. In fact, we have another video I want to preview for y'all as well here. Yep. Something we did to actually showcase our hiring brand, because there's your external customers, the clients you're trying to sell. Yeah. And then there's your internal customers, right? And one of the most important things in business is convincing great people to work at your company.
Right. Vis-a-vis me.
Like Adam, he's like, who are you again? And Glomo like Googles it. There's 2 people that work there. He's like, I don't know about this. This is wild. Like, no, but I mean, I'll be honest with you. We were trying to recruit people, and the feedback we were getting from the market was, I don't know about y'all. You're a startup. You're new. You're like, I mean, people from the industry, like, we're a known quantity,
right? Mostly,
kind of, sort of. People from like outside the industry, like you or Tyler or Adrian or some of the really cool people that have joined us recently, who had careers and like jobs already. It's like, I don't know if I want to quit my job and do this. Yeah. And that was fair, super fair. So, but then when you get on board, you're like, okay, I got it. This is A, legit, B, cool place to work, C, challenges me. I'm becoming a better person. And we're like, how do we bottle that? And it can't just be me saying it as the CEO. How do we bottle that experience and get other people telling their story?
100%. It's tough to talk about yourself sometimes in a way where it doesn't seem braggadocious. And so it's finding that good balance.
Wait, we're not allowed to be braggadocious.
I mean, listen.
I feel like braggadocious is in our brand promise. I feel like
that was in my contract.
It's in a document that I did when the first day I started the company. Rachel saying, for those that, so we're going to show you this video. Rachel saying, for those that are really breaking into the industry, all our people here, and see you guys in the video, it's a nice icebreaker for them to introduce themselves when they see you. Not the main purpose, but it's something I've done.
Amen.
I like it. You know what? Let's show people. Should we show y'all the video out there? Y'all excited? I'm talking to you like you can talk back to me.
Yeah, I think I heard somebody.
Talk back. Comments are free. Comments are free. Tickets to the show are free. I mean, that's really the best value in entertainment, I think. Let's see if we can figure out how to do this. So let's add this to the stream. Here we go. I love the music too. All right, let's talk about Glomo.
You don't have to be a global mobility professional to join our team. You can come in just having the willingness to learn. We look for people who really hone in with our core 3 values of truth, love, and fun.
Working at Glomo hasn't just impacted my career, it's changed my life. Since joining Glomo, I've had the opportunity to put myself in situations that I never would have. Results I've never seen before, but also in other areas of my life with family and friends. I'm grateful for this opportunity.
You will truly see the best version of yourself come out when you work here. Everyone is all about collaboration, support, love, and our other values of truth and fun as well. Everyone supports one another, and I think that's massive, and it helps a lot with confidence. You need a team that supports you and wants to see the best in you, and it's very clear that at Glomo, everyone wants that for one another.
With the values of truth, love, and fun at the helm of what you want to go accomplish, know that you're going to be a part of a culture that actually cares about you first, and really
I'm going to cut you off here just because we're interviewing you here.
Yeah.
So you can tell us what you're going to say. But I'm going to let this ride till the end just because I think cinematically it looks so dope.
Love it.
How did this make you feel to do this project?
Man, it was definitely a little bit of a taken aback moment because I've always wanted to do something like a white chair interview style.
How did you get this idea right here? Because this is really like visually very dope.
Originally, there's a YouTube channel called I Am Second.
Okay.
And they do white chair interviews, and I've just always loved that style where it's just you in the chair, completely dark room. So everything you say has way more impact because the audience focuses on nothing else but the subject.
I remember when you came in, I came in the office and you were like, I got this idea for this video I want to do. I saw it on Instagram and I was like, yo, bro, say less. Let's do this right now. Let's do this right now. And you're like, yo, we got to do this. We got to move furniture. We got to bring lighting down. I need sandbags.
Yep.
I'm like, sandbags, like, and at a point there was a moment where I was like, I think we might be going a little too far if we need sandbags here because I'm not really into construction.
Right.
I don't even do do my own plumbing at home or anything. And you're talking about sandbags. But you did, man. You designed the set. And it was just absolutely unreal, and it was incredible. And the end result touched people in a way where people are just they're getting in the comments right now and just great video. Paul Seymour said, "I love this video, so great." Paul, thank you so much. Bianca's losing her mind.
A really good friend of mine, Bianca. Thank you.
Awesome, Bianca. This is fantastic. Rachel saying love this and getting to meet the team. Like she said, you kind of meet the team
Exactly.
vicariously. Many moves is saying nice job on the video. It's nice to hear everyone's story. Yes. Paul saying every company needs to do this because it communicates your company's core values so much.
1000%.
Thank you, Paul. I want to ask people if you've seen this video or you kind of got a vibe for it. How would you, if you had infinite budget, full approval, how would you do something like this for your company? What story would you tell?
Yeah. Great question.
Know, if budget was no issue and you had approval to do whatever you wanted, you were empowered, what story would you tell with a 2-minute video like that? I want to know. How did you design this in a way that brought the stories forward, that video? What was the thought process in going in there and how did you think about pulling those stories out?
It obviously always starts with an idea, and then you got to flush out those ideas with so it's like John Maxwell talks about it, is like good ideas only come from a lot of bad ideas because you start but you can only start filtering those bad ideas if you even have an idea.
Speaking of bad ideas, Tyler gets in the comments and says, I don't know exactly, but it'd be similar to Lord of the Rings. Is that something that can be accomplished, maybe in a 2-minute version of Lord of the Rings?
Hey, listen, we have Frodo right over there. We can make something happen.
He said Frodo right over there. You know what I loved about this too, and I don't know if we caught it in here, but I'm just gonna show this one more time. I just think it's that dope. I love the beginning of this where you brought people in with the walk up.
Yep. So yeah, the edit of each person stepping one after the other.
All right, let's talk about Glomo.
I wanted to knock out.
That's so sick, the way you did that.
Thank you.
I thought this was brilliantly executed.
Appreciate it.
And I see a lot of videos in our space, and to be honest, like most of them suck. Like they're not really nice. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's funny because like we spend our whole life watching video, like we just said. So we're expert on what is good.
Yeah.
But yet we allow our companies to make stuff that isn't good.
Yeah.
What? Like, why do we do that? Like, we almost think there's like a part of our brain that thinks that we're not allowed to have good videos at work.
Right.
Like we can't have cinematic quality, emotional, like let me pull a tear out of my eyeball right now, videos at work because we're at work. So it's got to kind of suck a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, what is that about? Like, do you feel that? Like, do you see that too? Or am I crazy? It could be both.
Yeah, no, I've seen it with companies who it's almost as if they want to remain so humble sometimes that they shoot themselves in the foot with how good they can create content.
What do you mean by that? That's really interesting.
And so as a content creator, I fall into the trap of I'm going to make really good content for my clients, but when it comes to me, who cares? You know,
I see.
And I feel that
so like
sometimes.
Sell yourself short a little bit.
Yeah.
And we do that on a personal level, to your point, but we do that on a company level too.
Yep.
And we assume that clients know what we do. I literally got a text message when Danny Herskowitz dropped, and we got a comment from Danny. Shout out to Danny. Love you, Danny. Hit that like button right now. Like Danny's comment, please. When we post that, when Danny posted that yesterday and shared like kind of a story about his story with Glomo and posted that internal recruiting video that we showed you,
yep.
He got so much love from that. I got a text message from a client that uses us for consulting, uses us for recruitment, and says, hey, do y'all do video production? And I was like, yeah, we've been doing this for like 6 months. We launched it at Worldwide ERC when I saw you there. And yeah, it's really getting a lot of traction. We got a lot of really cool projects coming up. And they're like, yeah, we'd totally be interested in that. He's like, I don't know why I didn't know that y'all did this, but now that you say you do this, it makes perfect sense. And I'm like, yeah, we do it. But that's like shame on me because I'm not even telling people, hey, we do this out here, knowing full well they need it.
Exactly. And we just fall victim to that and put ourselves in a box sometimes, thinking that people don't want to hear what we have to say.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy that Many Moves is saying the music was perfect in the intro. Yeah, it was sweet. It was super sweet in the intro.
Took a while.
Chappie saying awesome video. Having met most of your team, it's apparent that what they said in the video is the truth. Amazing culture, focus, and vision at Glomo and Love and Relo. They truly respect each other and love what they do. Thank you, Scott. That means the world to me.
Amen.
Yeah. And Paul's all down for the Lord of the Rings rendition here. He's got a sword and he's ready to go to battle with you. Now, is that you're going to battle him or battle alongside him? Like, what is battle with you?
Yeah.
More information would be appreciated, online or off. I'd like to see that. We might make a video of that.
Watch out.
Let me ask you this. Do you do any like comedy videos? I mean, obviously the emotional stuff's working really well, but do you do funny stuff too?
I would like to do more funny stuff. I definitely am kind of more empathetic and compassionate with what I do.
Yeah.
So it's easy for me to kind of get into that space
Yeah.
of emotional drive and you know, why a kid looks up to his dad, or you know, why a mom is just like the best mom to, you know, her situation and her circumstances. And I can kind of relate to that really fast. But with comedic stuff, man, oh yeah. I think you and I were spitballing the other day with Tyler doing squats and the fact that he's only like 115 pounds.
Tyler's wet. He's all muscle, people. He's all muscle. He's iron. It doesn't take a lot of steel to be sturdy. I'll tell you that. But he's built like a sword. But if we could get Tyler fighting Paul in a sword fight to the death, or close. That would be, I think that would be good TV. Paul's saying we just need 7 more friends.
There you go.
We are. Paul said we are the fellowship. Paul's got the best comments. Paul gets the award today. He says it's the cobbler's kids who go without shoes. Isn't that the truth?
There you go.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm looking forward to, so we launched this video production company when Adam came on board, which was October
26th. October 26th.
He knows the date. Why do you know the date?
Oh man. ERC day 1 was my first day on the job, flying into Vegas and just getting thrown in with the Sharks, and I loved it.
dude, I remember when we interviewed at the coffee shop, I literally had a suitcase with me on the interview because I was going somewhere, I forget where, and I was like, how soon can you start? And this was like a week and a half from ERC or something like that.
Yeah.
And he's like, 2 weeks. And I was like, okay, sooner. I was like, how about Vegas on Tuesday? Yeah. He's like, and he's like, oh, okay, I can move some stuff around maybe. And I was like, okay. How do you feel about heights?
Yeah.
That was my second question. How do you feel about heights? He's like, I'm okay with them.
Yeah, what I said was, I don't mind heights, I mind gravity.
I don't mind heights, I mind gravity. So then he flies into Worldwide ERC, and what was the first project as soon as you land? What was the first thing you had to go do?
The Move for Hunger Stratosphere drop.
He went with Chad Sterling, Zeke Oaks, Chad Sterling, the CEO of Altair Global, Zeke Oaks, the vice president of sales at Alexander's, Adam Lowy from Move for Hunger, and they went to the top of the stratosphere in Las Vegas, and he filmed Chad and Zeke jumping off the stratosphere for charity.
Wild times.
And he's like, I got a drone. I could drone this, right? Like, we don't need to put me in peril like right now. This is great. Yeah. So we have some fun with it. And this is only like 6 months into this, but I'm really excited about this video production company that we're starting here. And it was really important. I mean, some people don't realize, like, they're like, why did you guys do video production? Like, how does that make any sense?
Right.
And my thought on that, I get that question a lot. And my thought on that was, we support the global mobility industry and the suppliers within the global mobility industry,
yep.
Service providers, the industry itself. People are like, Glomo, you don't do global mobility. You don't practice global mobility. I'm like, we support the industry,
right?
That is global mobility. And, that was one of the things I saw was these amazing companies who weren't getting their fair shot at business. They weren't getting their seat at the table. They were getting, outbid for the escalator sponsorship at the big conference, and nobody knew they were amazing.
Yeah.
I'm like, how do we help these companies tell their story in a way that's compelling? And I'd seen the power of it through Love and Relo on a micro scale. So I'm like, how do we do this on a macro for these companies?
Amen.
And like, honestly, like, finding you was like kind of a God thing, because I wanted to do this, but I had no idea how to do it on a professional level that was cinematic and of the quality that these brands deserve. Because I can't just like show up with my laptop and like, hey guys, I'm here at the headquarters. I mean, I do that sometimes, but I don't charge for it. You know what I mean? That's not the commercial you're going to run on your Google, page. Yeah, that's a freebie, right? That's the freeware version. So anyway, so it was really cool when you came on board.
And I knew nothing about the mobility industry.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize it was an industry until.
What did you think it was when I told you about it?
Like
wheelchairs?
Man, yeah, I can't even. I'm like, oh, I'm embarrassed.
No, I mean, that's fair though.
Because I saw to help people be mobile in some way.
And you saw this big guy, and you're like, do you have mobility issues? And I'm like, I mean, I don't get around like I used to. I mean, if I'm being honest right now, we're being candid right now.
Oh man,
transparency.
For the record, I did not say that.
You thought it though. Let's see. Bonnie saying remembers the date because he's had to tell his therapist when all the damage started. So it all began on October 26th. Yeah. The day was October 2nd. It was a crisp morning.
Those benefits got to kick in soon.
That's great. Yeah. So what? How can I want to brainstorm a couple of things here.
Yeah, totally.
So we have all these global mobility companies out there, and they all kind of do different things, right? And there's a lot of facets to it. what are some of the projects you'd love to work on for some of the companies out there? Like, what are some ideas that are kind of rolling around your head, like for a company out there that's in like the moving or relocation or something space that you'd love to try someday?
Definitely would enjoy doing something around some important holidays. So whether it's like a Christmas themed campaign,
Oh,
because of how much family matters, so a Mother's Day, a Father's Day campaign would be incredible. Like we were talking about a little earlier, just off the top of my head, let's say we're working with a moving company specifically,
right.
and we could create a cool campaign around moms and dads where, let's say the dad accidentally packs action figure of his son and the son's freaking out, but the camera is following the action figure through the journey of the move.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the commercial, the mover pulls out the action figure to give back to the dad so that the dad can be the hero of the move.
I love that.
And that is just, that pulls in the heartstrings of the inner child of every person.
I love that. That's like national commercial quality, national, something you'd see on an ad when you're watching a football game, but done for our, like, we can do that for our industry.
Yeah.
We can give our industry, who are, a lot of us are small businesses, access to the same quality of storytelling that they might get on a national level.
Yeah.
That's powerful. So while we're riffing here, hey, and get in the comments if there's a commercial idea you've had for companies in our industry, put it in the comments. There's no bad ideas, just the ideas, you don't put out there. So just put them in the comments. I'd love to hear, what is your idea for a commercial or an ad or a tagline? Because we're going to go through and play a little game with some taglines here and see if you recognize some really famous taglines from ad campaigns that have been done before. But I did this campaign for one of my clients where, because our business is very seasonal, right? Summertime's when all the moves happen, and winter times, frankly, when you don't have enough business, right? And so I did this campaign from Thanksgiving to Christmas, where every move we got from a client, we bought a toy for a children's hospital.
That's awesome.
And we sent it via Amazon. And what I did was I put on the toy my client's email address. So they got a notification every time a toy was delivered. So if they sent us 50 moves between, November through December, I'd literally spend several hours a week shopping on Amazon for $25 toys and sending them to the children's hospital in their local community. So if they were in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, I was sending them to the University of Wisconsin, Milwaukee's Children's Hospital. Or if they were in Cincinnati, I was sending them to Cincinnati Children's, and it was so fun. But now if we take that really amazing marketing idea, which I just gave y'all for free, knock yourself out, execute on it. There's no shortage of great ideas, just execution.
There you go.
But then we put video to it and showed the toy being delivered and showed that memory being made.
Yeah.
And how we have so much power in our industry that we can leverage for good.
Yeah.
And telling that story right around, the holidays, right when you need the business the most, right when people are needing toys for Christmas and things like that. I just think that'd be super cool.
And real quick on that one doesn't even have to be shot cinematically, because imagine if you just asked the parents to record the kid's reaction.
Mm-hmm.
And now you have a whole.
Yeah. send us a selfie video.
That's it.
And just stitch it together.
Yeah. And
just like Google does. I mean, Google does selfie videos.
Exactly. And that is beautiful in and of itself. And the story is cinematic. Doesn't have to just be the visuals.
Yeah. Bonnie saying, yes, Toy Story to your idea, right?
Yeah.
It's very similar to Toy Story.
We need a bigger budget if we have to animate the toys.
Yeah, we're not doing the CGI. The CGI is not part of the price, people.
That is.
I want to just be super clear. We're not giving you Avatar, okay? So don't get too
Toy
excited.
would be still the whole time.
But it would still be dope.
Yes, sir.
I promise. Many Moves is saying, love that idea, Adam. They're a moving company.
Hey, I mean, their name alone already gives me tons of ideas of Many Moves.
You could have a lot of fun with that idea, right?
Oh yeah, I could.
You super good. Paul Seymour has an idea. Temp housing showing up after hours with kids in tow, and the lead up is all the stress and hassle with traveling to their new destination, and then total peace as they open the door to their temporary apartment. warm and cozy, maybe.
Yep.
Perhaps there's a
It would help
Perhaps
if it's
there's a
bad
fire.
weather outside.
yes, the weather
adds.
outside is frightful, right? And then home and hearth awaits inside.
There you go.
Perhaps a stocking is hung.
Yeah. With their family name.
I mean, I
Hey.
also like this. I also like the video production side of our company because then I get to have fun and be creative
Yeah.
and like kind of cheesy. Yeah, I love
That's
it.
awesome. I like that.
Let
idea.
us know what ideas you have in there. Super interested with that. Adam, you have a little game to play with the folks at home.
Yeah, we got quite a few
Do
actually.
y'all want to play a game with us? Get in the comments. Hit that like button right now. We're having way too much fun out here.
Which one do you want to do? Because we could do the slogans.
I want to give. Let's do the slogans.
Okay.
So Adam
I
has
think,
and while Adam's pulling that up, Bonnie's got one more. At a flat tire, driving rain, screaming kid. Oh my gosh, you're triggering me, Bonnie. Seriously, I'm not going to go home tonight because of that. Minnie Moo says, any suggestions on how to get those selfies sent in? Most people are camera shy and value their privacy. I mean, yeah, I think there's you don't need everybody to do it. You just need like a few, right? And so with every move, if you're like, hey, we're running a contest, we want to show your happy family as part of our, moving month contest or something, or home for the holidays contest, and send it in or post it online, hashtag mini moves, hashtag moving month, hashtag home for the holidays or whatever. And then you could take those videos, download them so they can tag you in their Instagram, which is also good from a sales standpoint. And then you can just download those videos and then take your favorite, 5 and say they'll be featured in our national ad campaign. And if your family's chosen, we'll also, give you a $100 honey baked ham gift certificate for the holidays or something like that.
Yeah.
Tie it together like that.
And you may have mentioned this as I was typing, but even if you have somebody at Mini Moves, is it Mini Moves?
Yeah, Mini Moves. Yeah.
That can themselves just do a video of themselves saying, hey, we would love to, get a video of you guys and have a personal connection.
Yes.
People would way more.
We would love to work with you on that campaign. I think there's a lot of things you can do there.
The name alone, I'm like, okay.
It's a sweet name.
I love it.
This company's been around, I think, since 1978. Started by Jack up in Chicago. They've got a lot of really cool stuff going on from a branding standpoint.
That's awesome.
All right. You have
I have that.
Know that slogan.
All righty.
Know that slogan here. So Adam, how does the game work?
So I'm gonna put up the slogan and see who knows which company that comes from.
So you're gonna give them the slogan, and you out there in the audience have to guess the name of the company. I like it. Let's do it.
Here we go.
You're in good hands.
You're in good hands. Got to be deeper voice for that one.
I'm like, okay. You're in good hands.
Pretty close.
You're in good hands.
All right. Does anybody know?
We don't do a lot of voice work in house. We usually outsource that to voice actors. But
there you
you're in
go.
good hands.
My boy Carlos got it.
Oh, look at Carlos coming. Oh man, Chappie's got it. Everybody's got it. Lorraine's got it. Everybody's in. Yep. Oh, everybody's got that
Love
one.
it,
That
yeah.
one was super
Yeah,
easy.
that was an easy game.
Oh man, we're priming the pump. This is great.
All right.
All right, let's try another one.
Another one. Here we go. The most interesting man in the world.
I thought this was me. Is this
That is Glomo.
is this trademarked? I didn't know somebody's already doing this one.
Yeah.
This one's fun. I thought the ad campaign that went along with this it reminded me of the Chuck Norris stuff.
Yeah.
Right? Like Chuck Norris
Exactly.
doesn't sleep, he keeps one eye open. I don't know. Like, I don't know what
The
like,
boogeyman looks for Chuck Norris under his bed
The
before he
boogie-
goes to sleep.
the boogeyman. Yeah, so they basically took a riff off that, which is cool because you don't have to like have a brand new idea. You could just take like the Chuck Norris idea and then put a beer with it, and then all of a sudden you have your own brand.
That's it.
So who knows this one? Carlos says
Nope.
Carlos says Heineken. Carlos. Carlito, what are you doing, bro? Bianca is
They're
saying my
married.
husband.
They're married.
Oh.
They're wonderful people. I love
you
those
people
two.
are so great. I love it. We're now doing couples love and reload here. This is great. Bonnie's saying,
Yes.
does equis? Yes, dos equis.
Dos.
Yes.
Yeah, DOS. Dos equis.
Yes, Chappie. Good job.
Got
y'all.
it.
Very nice. Okay, they're getting
Alright.
harder.
They're probably gonna get back easier again.
All right.
Just-
Just do it.
I mean,
Epic.
Who does not know that one? Honestly,
I mean, look at that's really stood the test of time, hasn't it?
has.
Everyone knows this one. This is a gimme, y'all. This is a get right question right here.
Yeah,
This is a
100%.
get right. People
gimme.
are blaming autocorrect. That's cool.
Yeah.
Carlos says Nike. Carlos, you know
Yeah.
what? You've redeemed yourself.
You've redeemed yourself.
That's good.
Dude, totally. I wish we had a Dumb and Dumber audio.
Very good. Rainy's got it.
Perfect.
Cool. Okay.
Okay.
That one was easy. All right.
Yeah.
Next. Taste the rainbow.
Mhm. Taste it.
Taste the rainbow. This one's a little more difficult.
A little bit. A little bit. Tyler's excited about how
Tyler
fast-
knows this one.
Loops.
Tyler. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's a hard one. It could,
He was so
no,
excited.
I know, dude. I thought when you put that up, I'm like, this could go a lot of ways. This could be cereal.
Yeah.
But no,
There you go.
even,
Yes.
even
Skittles.
Carlos, even Carlos knows that one.
Even Carlos.
Just kidding, Carlos.
Love it. Love
This
it.
is great. People are on. See, Mini Moves
See,
with Lucky
hey,
Charms.
Yeah.
They
the
went-
cereal and the candy brands.
Yes,
They overlap,
There's probably a legal battle for that one.
right?
All
right.
Tyler's taking PTO after that. Awesome.
All
All right,
right,
let's
Taste the
do it
Rainbow.
one more.
Last one.
You're not you when you're hungry. Now this one's interesting because you're not you when you're hungry. I know this ad, like to me, this was better than the writing of this slogan was the way it was executed in the
1000%.
ad.
Oh, I loved it.
And this is actually something that is probably easy to shoot.
Yep.
Because 1 minute they're Tom and 1 minute they're Betty White. 1 minute they're
Hey, R.I.P. She was the best.
Susan, and 1 minute it's Aretha Franklin or Patti LaBelle or I don't know, maybe I got it wrong. One of the two. Sorry. But you know what I'm saying? Like you could easily do like a Bing like that.
That's it. Just a quick cut edit, and that's it.
Let's see. Do people have this
yes,
one?
they got it.
Oh, people are dialed in.
Boom.
I think at this point, people are Googling this stuff. Like, listen,
I
I'm not
know,
about to put
yeah.
Fruit Loops out here. I don't know who would do that.
Suspicious.
Snickers. Yeah, Tyler knows the Snickers.
If Tyler knows, I'm definitely
Yeah,
suspicious.
we got a grade on the curve here. But this, so why is this important? What does this illustrate to you, Adam?
This illustrates to me how people's emotions, whether it's humor, whether it's love, all those things, they do stand the test of time, and it gives credence to the people may not remember what you said, but they'll remember how you made them feel.
I love it. I was just saying that yesterday. I think it's Maya Angelou said that. Yeah.
And this is just a callback to that, because if the commercials or the execution of the slogan wasn't good, then people wouldn't care about this.
That's right.
They wouldn't have remembered it.
You're right. If the video wasn't good. My other when you did that Snickers one, my other one that stood out to me was the Southwest Airlines Want to Get Away.
Want to get away.
Want to get away, like something really bad happens, want to get away. Love that one. The one where they're on the phone with he's on the phone with his father-in-law or something, but he's got bad service and every other word's like cutting out, and he can only hear like his father say like something like his father-in-law say something messed up to him because like every other word's like missing. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot can be done there. The autocorrect stuff. I feel like that's incredible.
Every time I get the chance to whenever, let's say there's a 15% sale or I save 15%, I always go, I could save 15% by switching to Geico.
Switching to Geico.
No matter what the subject of what we're talking about is.
Oh. What is your favorite commercial out there? Let's get in the comments here. We're gonna wrap soon, but what is your favorite commercial out there? What is something you just loved? I think most of these are funny.
Yeah.
I think humor is so underutilized in all corporate spaces, but in our space especially, Humor is so underutilized. It's something actually I'm going to make a big push for this year, is to start doing more. And people are going to like probably roll their eyes when they hear this stuff, but more meme type stuff. I think there's so many funny moments that happen in the day-to-day of global mobility practitioners, whether it be on the moving side, on the corporate housing side, or whatever. The funny stuff is infinitely more impactful in my opinion. And I want to do more of it. I think most of these commercials are funny.
So this is me literally thinking of this right now,
Yeah.
as from our collaboration the other day of Tyler doing weights. So recruiting company.
Yep.
Right. We have those services. And we already have something up our sleeve for in the future.
Yes, we do. We got some commercials
Happy
coming.
Gilmore-ish style. But with working out.
Yep.
Right. So let's say Tyler's doing squats and he's doing like 600 pounds.
Yes.
But
as he does on Tuesdays.
As he does. And then he gets a text message from whoever he helped recruit or his client.
Right.
Like,
he just got a placement yesterday.
Thank you so much. But he's still got the squat rack on him.
Yeah.
Right. And then obviously we talked about how it's you and Adrian helping him lift the
We're
squat
holding
rack.
it off camera. He takes his hands off to answer his text message.
Exactly.
It stays there. And then we pull it out and there's,
and you go, are you done?
and
man?
it's like,
are you done?
Right. And then it's like, you need a team behind you.
Yeah.
Want to recruit the best people in the business? You need a team behind you.
So what I was thinking is a entire series of working out and gym memes.
Oh gosh.
Because
I see where this
with
is going.
Glomo, it'll work out.
Oh, ooh.
Because you're working out.
Is it working out?
Or with Glomo,
Yeah,
it'll work out.
It'll work out. Yeah. Trust us. It'll work out. Yeah. No, I like that. I think another one that we're working on here.
Where's the beef? Yes.
Oh man. Not sure why this popped in my head, but where's the beef? Wendy's commercial from 1984.
Classic.
Is that a clown emoji right there? Or is that a mind blown emoji?
Yeah, mind blown.
Okay. Yeah, where's the beef was huge.
Yeah.
Huge. Yeah, the one I'm obsessed with right now is I think it's progressive. It's progressive. The one where people start turning into their parents. And he's like, you don't need to be on speakerphone in the hardware store. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like the guy's washing his garbage cans.
Yeah.
And he like stenciled his name and address and phone number on the garbage cans. Stuff like that. Cause I mean, I identify. I hit 40 and that's me. So
there you go.
Adam, I know we're kind of running out of time a little bit here, but what's something you wanna maybe kind of touch on before we go?
Gosh, I would say video is one of the most powerful mediums that any company or any person can use. The stats are showing it. A lot of the marketing surveys are showing it. Companies are upping their budgets on video specifically because of the storytelling prowess that you can have with it. The key for it, though, is you got to allow your audience to see themselves as a hero when they use your product or your service.
Ooh, that's a good little hack there.
And it comes back to when you watch movies as a kid, you sometimes see yourself as the hero, as a superhero. And that remains true because I do believe we live in a society where people do want to take responsibility if they're exposed to that notion that that's the right thing to do, that they're exposed to that they can save the day, they can be their spouse's hero, their kid's hero. And any brand or service that allows that to happen, it will stick with you. And that's the kind of stuff that I think we can really give to the global mobility industry, because I mean, how many stories of immigration or moving from one state to a different state because you had to go for a job and now you moved away from your family, but how did global mobility help you stay in touch with them and still be the hero to come home on the holidays? Like, there's so many stories that I know people have.
I mean, moving people around the world to go chase their life's ambition and to get that job and that new opportunity.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so rich, the story. I mean, we are an industry that facilitates the migration of the best and brightest minds from around the world to the place where they're going to go and just be super successful. I mean, it's the story of Elon Musk. It's the story of Albert Einstein. It's the story of Sergey Brin, who founded Google. I mean, these are the stories that we participate in as an industry, and they're just fascinating stories. But the part that people miss is without us, it wouldn't be possible. Without global mobility, Einstein would have been stuck in Germany,
there you
or
go.
Austria, or something. It would have been bad. It would have been real bad. So I think there's a huge opportunity there.
Yeah. And real quick, so I want people to look this up on their own. 2 commercials.
Okay.
One super emotional, one really funny.
Love it.
So the first one is probably hands down my favorite ad campaign commercial ever, and it's by Volvo. So just on YouTube, when you're done watching this, just go YouTube Volvo :moments.
Let's see if we can get Tyler, our assistant production manager, to find this on the YouTube.
There you go.
Super fast.
Super emotional. I actually get all jerked up with it because I think about having a daughter someday and kind of the journey she'll take. So that's very impactful. And then completely opposite spectrum, Old Spice, the man your man could smell like.
The man your man could smell like. Wow.
I almost made that as one of the slogans, but definitely look it up. Those two are very polar opposite with their messaging, but their message is still the same, that if you use their product, you'll have a better life.
Wow. Yeah, and I like in the hero, the audience is the hero, the customer is the hero. This is really awesome. This got me thinking about a lot of things. What is the price point? I mean, what is the investment that companies are looking to spend when they start doing storytelling videos? Give people an idea of what's possible. I see
pulled it up.
He's got it up here. He's got stats. He's got stats.
Got a 2022 survey by HubSpot that they surveyed over 500 plus marketers in different industries. So what we're seeing here, we show 5% of all marketers are spending only $1 to $5K per quarter.
Per quarter. Okay.
10% are spending $5 to $10K. Then it goes from 11% or 10 to 20K, 12% or 20 to 40K, and then it goes up from there. So you have 50% of all marketers that were surveyed are spending more than $40,000 to $50,000 a quarter on video.
Wow. Wow.
And that could be in so many different directions. That could be one huge campaign,
right,
or just a bunch of different videos that serve different purposes,
right,
for the brand.
Yeah. I would say for companies in our space, understanding that we're not consumer brands for the most part. Some movers are consumer brands, but for the most part, I mean, we're really a B2B space. What's cool is you could produce a storytelling video or a series of storytelling videos, 5, 10, 15 grand, and use them all year long, use them in LinkedIn ads, put them on your website, deploy them, in email campaigns. I mean, there's so many different ways that you can leverage these in an effort to really skip the RFP process, right? I mean, how many of us get mired in these RFP processes where we're indecipherable from our competition, and we feel our clients look at us like there's so much sameness in our industry and we're commoditized. And it's a way to separate yourself from the competition. And that's really where we want to be. We want to be swimming in those blue oceans where the competition's irrelevant. And I think video does that. I mean, it's done that for me. I mean, Love and Relo literally is a object lesson in using video to differentiate yourself and stand apart.
1000%.
And people say, who are your competitors? I'm like, I don't know. It's really hard to say. Yeah. There's one other big podcast out here that does video live streaming on LinkedIn. That's View from the Top over there in the UK. But that's basically like owned by Benevo, which is a company that uses it as their marketing platform, whereas mine's really independent and we keep it separate from Glomo, So there's none that are really doing it on an independent basis, especially now with the production level that we're doing now.
Right.
So, but because of that, it's given me the reach, relevancy, and relationships to do all these other things with my company. And so I just, I can't encourage people enough to really try it.
Yeah.
If people want to get in touch with you and learn more about what you do, Adam, and how they can use video to boost their branding and create some really cool stuff, how can they get in touch with you?
Feel free to email me at adam@glomo.com.
Pretty simple. Adam@glomo.com.
Adam@glomo. LinkedIn, same thing, Adam Sotelo. And they could even get in touch with you to get in touch with me, ben@glomo.com.
I'm easy to find.
And yeah, I think other than that, I'm more than happy to do discovery calls, even just a little bit of advice calls if people want some video tactics. If we obviously as a Glomo company can bring value to your company in any way, shape, or form through video or through marketing or consulting, fantastic, because your story matters.
Yeah. Phone calls are free, y'all. Use them. This has been great, Adam. Thank you so much. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks everybody for being here. Tune in tomorrow. We have Lauren Herring, the CEO of Impact Group, who will be on and talking about all sorts of really cool stuff. Impact Group's a great company. She's been on the show a couple times. Good friend of the show.
That was on an earlier time.
Yeah, earlier time slot around 1 Central, is it? 1 Central. Very cool, y'all. Thanks so much for tuning in. We wouldn't have a show without you. Hit that like button. Get in the comments. Throw Adam some love out here. Connect with him on LinkedIn. Also, follow us on Instagram at LOVE+RELO on Instagram. Also, please follow us on LinkedIn. That's just LOVE+RELO. Love space plus space Relo on LinkedIn. If you don't know. Also, if you want to follow Glomo, not a bad follow.
Not bad. We'll have amazing new content coming out this year.
Sweet follow. Thanks everybody. Take care.